My name is J.M. Knutson. I'm an American visual artist, and we're doing a showcase called Liberty here in Sacramento, California. The show is about liberty. There's no liberty without chaos. Whenever people are free to make choices and free to rebel, it's a constant state of chaos. It's not easy. But see, that's the thing. Like, the whole concept of liberty, it's a constant change. It's a constant struggle to adapt to the changes in, the things that, we experience, here in this place. Some people don't like to have a shift, you know what I mean? But that's what liberty is about, you know what I mean? You have an opportunity to speak up and say something, do something. Some people may have a problem with it. And that's where you have that conflict, that duality, right? So you have like a beautiful, like super fast paced, technologically advanced country and still old beefs and old internal strifes that people still haven't got over. And it will always be a constant, like a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? You always are gonna have that fight. And so us as Americans, we're just trying to survive through all this. So in this showcase, I'm introducing the concept of blood crown. Now, what this means is that, in this country, we enjoy these liberties, we enjoy these protections, these privileges, ability to travel throughout the world, ability to say what we want, do what we want, dress how we want, have our sexual orientation, have our, whatever our hustles are. The reason why we have these things is because over the course of the development of this country, millions of people had to die for us to have this liberty, and we operate and we enjoy the privileges under a blood crown. Everyone that has an established protection in the world right now is operating under a blood crown. We're protected. People that don't have all these liberties, they're not as fortunate to be as safe. They're not as fortunate to travel throughout the world safe, protected. So the thing is that you just have to be one with that, because you can't have all flowers and not acknowledge the fact that there's blood on the iPhone that you're using. There's, slave labor, there's, all this residue of things that had to happen the way they happened for us to enjoy these liberties in this moment. So we have to embrace that, and we have to be thankful. The bad people and the good people made things to manifest in this moment how they are. A lot of things had to happen. A lot of people had to die, and they should be celebrated. The people that have fallen, the people that have, died for the right for you to vote. This is a part of our story. Some of the most ugliest things have occurred under this blood crown, but some of the most beautiful things have also occurred under this blood crown that we enjoy, and we're protected. We're the most powerful country in the world. You didn't get that from handing flowers out to everybody. This concept is relatively new. The Liberty Showcase that on 11/11, I'm going to demonstrate this new concept with a variety of paintings. Just bringing awareness to things that people don't really want to talk about. You know what I mean? They don't want to see. And I'm going to bring it to the forefront. and maybe create some paintings that are a dimension shift. Like, what if an Egyptian woman came and colonized America and white people were slaves? What if, you know, think tables were turned, creating, you know, what if these people were in this situation?
My flag was still there, a big deal.
It's not about race, it's not about country, it's a humanity thing of how brutal we are as humans. And honestly, like, I don't feel we progressed at all as humans. I think we progressed technologically, but we're still very brutal to one another. And we haven't learned that yet. And under a blood crown of liberty, we're able to devise ways to figure it out and be able to say what we need to say to get things, you know, to get things moving into another direction.
All right, go ahead whenever you're ready.
So above all, you know, we have the ability to, like, you know, meander around the liberties that we have, but there's one thing we will never be free from, and that is, we will never be free from currency. We will always be a slave to a dollar. And how much of a slave you are depends on how much you want in this world. Nobody's exempt. Even Elon Musk, like, he can't just stop doing what he's doing. He has thousands of employees. He has multiple companies. He can't just stop. So he is tethered to his profession, tethered to what he does, tethered to the dollar and maintaining that. And nobody is exempt from this fact. And it's like, as long as we want to make ourselves better, as long as we want to achieve something, as long as we want to provide for our family, as long as we want to eat, to have a place to live, we are a slave to the dollar, my friend. And we will always be a slave to this thing. But how much of a slave do you want to be to a dollar bill? I know I don't want to be. Look at me eating oatmeal. I'd rather have a more simpler life and not work every single day, worrying about, you know, maintaining a specific lifestyle, maintaining a specific amount of money, you know. And I think that a lot of people could do a lot more, but they would rather be less of a slave to what they do. And yes, you do need money to provide opportunity. You do need money to grow a business. And it's just that treacherous ball and chain that has, you know, caused humanity to do the most hideous things to each other for power, for money, for that currency, for that, you know, for that coin. The things people have done, you know, have definitely shaped the way things are to this moment. Like I said, the liberties and the blood crown, it's all about money. It's all about moving people forward. It's all about moving a society forward, a specific idea forward, a specific group of people. Colonizing was all about money. And, you know, you sit at the top of whatever throne you create, in regards to, you know, having something of value that will provide a legacy for your family or like something like that, is like you are chained to that for the rest of your life. And that is the one thing that we will never be liberated from as long as we want to survive out here. So you have, you know, these liberties, and you have the one thing that no one can escape from, and that's obtaining and maintaining wealth for the progression of their people, of their life, just mere survival. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, homeless people are the most liberated because they're just figuring out a way to make it happen. But, you know, I envy them in a way, but I don't want to be on the street. So I'm going to be a little bit of a slave to this dollar. A little bit of a slave to the dollar to maintain, you know, a certain level of freedom, of liberty, but also tethering myself to currency to provide for my family, to provide for, you know, what I believe in and what I love to do in life. Like, it takes a certain level. So that's the big challenge to all of you in the world, all of you watching this right now. How much of a slave do you want to be to currency? It's a crazy pendulum of a balance that, you know, individually we have to fight with. And, you know, this is something that the entire world struggles with. So, yeah.